Going live in 3, 2, 1. We should be live. I literally put the link out as I hit go live, so nobody even knows unless they got notified. Black Ruby Raven's here. Did you get a notification, Black Ruby Raven?
Amazing.
It was late today because we had to do lots of stuff. We had family members over visiting. They just left. We had baby that got a bubble machine, and we were just putting that away. We were playing with bubbles outside and all kinds of other stuff. I'm sure it's really important to your day.
Plus, we watched a really interesting stock manipulation tactic on our stock today. That was super cool. We were kind of glued to that for a minute.
ITRM, man, that shit was moving. Somebody did a stop loss raid, and that's where somebody who has a lot of shares in a company looks at how many people have, put stop losses on their shares, and basically what that means is you put in a sell order to sell your stock if the price goes too low. But it's really a bad idea to do stop losses, because even if you say I want to sell it if it goes to $1.50, and it can drop so fast that you might end up selling it at $1.40 or $1.10 even if it drops so hard so fast. Obviously, if it drops too much of a percentage, the market will just stop that from happening by shutting it down. But sometimes
like today,
it doesn't.
Somebody can just yoink your shares. Somebody totally did that.
Somebody who has 8 million plus shares sold. Well, they probably have.
Oh, it was 2.5 million. But the thing is when they sold 2.5 million, it triggered all the stop losses for a total of 8.1 million shares being sold.
Yeah.
So they triggered, like they hit the detonate button.
Yeah. And then everybody who's sold may not have been at the computer or had a buy order.
To hurry up and buy back.
And so the person who initiated this, who had the 2.5 million shares, bought back everybody's share at a lower price.
They probably bought back like 4 million or 5 million. They got a few more million shares at a bargain price.
They got hundreds of thousands of shares at a cheaper price, and it was a win for the person who had a lot of money. But the sad thing is, a lot of people lost their ITRM shares today.
A lot of people
Some of them bought back in probably at a higher price. They know it's going to go up.
Right.
And sure enough, even though it went down like 30% today, it's already back within a matter of minutes.
Back to where it was.
No,
higher
than what it was before that happened. So it was definitely market manipulation going on in here. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming. I'm joined with the lovely, beautiful, talented T.
Hello, hello, hello.
We're going to be working on our games today. Pretty chill stream, hanging out, talking with you guys, talking stocks, playing with RPG Maker, and that's basically it. We're going to hang out, ask any questions you have about RPG Maker or HUD Maker Ultra. We got an update, a hotfix update to version 1.3.1. I think I need to update my core script. It automatically goes. Maybe 1.3.1 isn't out yet. They're probably still working on it.
Well, actually, the thing is did you no, you're in Steam. So yeah, it's still 1.3.1. You should back up your project before you do that. I don't think it's going to break anything, but just like as a rule
I
of
just
thumb.
wanted to update my core to make sure that, well, now everything's going to not work. There's really not a lot in this project to worry about.
Right.
It's mainly just HUD Maker stuff. Obviously, if it breaks HUD Maker, then this project doesn't work. So, off camera, I did some stuff. What's up, Black Ruby Raven? How you doing, Cybero? What's up, Brian Perez? How are you today? I did a little bit off camera working on this. So before this progress bar at the bottom here, the top part of the bottom part, it didn't.
The top part of the bottom part.
It would only track regular logs, and so this is regular logs training, and then you get logs, and then, but now it will track any whatever's happening. So like this progress bar will show you whatever log that you're doing, whichever one. So like this one, it'll show whatever you're currently working on. So this is your current progress on whatever you're training. And if we train this one, you can see this is going to match whatever's currently training. If I go back to this one, it'll track that one. So now this progress bar is your main progress bar that will track whatever it is that you're currently working on. And this one will update with currently it only updates till your lumberjack progress, because that's the only skill that has something that could be increased. But as we add more skills, this one will also change to be whatever skill that we're working on. So if we're working on fighting creatures, then it'll show our like fighting level or whatever we want to use for that. I'm gonna do mining next, and then I'll do like some sort of crafting. in this episode, I don't really know what specifically I want to work on. I just want to keep expanding on this user interface and make it look better. I suppose I should fix something that's been bothering me for a long time. That's the tile set, not the tile set, the icon set. The problem here is some icons are 1 pixel off to the right and some are 1 off to the left. So I'm gonna just have to guess. I'm gonna open up Photoshop and I'm gonna move the logs area 1 up and 1 to the right and see if that doesn't create any artifacts on the bottom and the left. And if it doesn't, then we're good. And if it does, well, maybe I just manually edit the ones I'm going to use. Unfortunately, that's the way it's going to be. Because I don't want this. You see these lines coming out of this icon? And here and here? I don't like that. How's it going, Ready Player? How are you doing today? All right, Photoshop. Time to go. Create a new, no, open. We're gonna open. You know, I could put the storyline in because I know the storyline. It'll be very basic. I'll have to make the show text and the faces in a specific way so that it doesn't feel RPG Maker. Not that I'm trying to hide that fact, but I want it to be like not immediately evident, just so that it looks and feels a little bit different. What am I doing? Don't open this project. Need IMG system icon set. Cool tools. So let's just zoom in real quick here. And let's find where we're at here. There we go. Zoom in some more. Let me turn on a grid. This is not the grid I want, so let's go to guides, grids, and slices. .32 by 32 is going to be our grids and stuff. We don't need any subdivisions for this, so just like that. There we go. Alright, so if I zoom in some more to really get a look at what's going on here. So I don't really notice it off at all. Like if you look at it, it looks pixel perfect. But apparently it is off.
How's your grid set? Is your grid correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's odd. So maybe it's being offset somewhere in the plugin parameters.
Or maybe it's just like such a faint color that you don't notice it, like here.
I don't see anything.
Because it's like we're getting lines.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. That doesn't look.
It
like
looks
yeah.
You know, I did this and I thought I did it right.
It looks.
I thought
right.
I made it pixel perfect. So why is it when I stretch it? And I only noticed it when I stretched out the image. So maybe it's something to do with having the image stretched out. That it's trying to like grab one more pixel. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, I can't really fix it by editing this. Otherwise it messes shit up. There's too many icons to have to manually edit. So let's look at a case-by-case situation. So this regular log, it shows that I have some artifacting on the top and then on the side. So it's showing this blue line and this right here. But these aren't in, they're not in there, you know? They're not like, they're not in that box. They're not in that grid. What's up, Wrath of Wood? How are you doing today? Try doing SRD HUD maker pop-ups instead of show text. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Wrath. Great idea, actually. Instead of show text, we'll just we'll show a picture. Because there's not like it won't be heavy in the dialogue, so I can make them all PNGs, the dialogue. If I was worried about size of the project, then I wouldn't do that. Because just displaying text is much smaller than pictures. But if I want them to look cool and different. Veroclaw, yes. Yeah, they're 48 by 48. Pixel density is the same for that. But the icon sets are still 32 by 32. So it has to do with the stretching, because you can see the grid, boom, boom. I've got these pixel perfect. And if you display them at 100% magnification, they display properly. But if you try to display them at 300% magnification, you get this happening, this little line. So I want to try something, okay? Let's go into the HUD maker. And on this lumberjack menu, if I double click on this, but I like this size at 300%. I don't want to change it. What if I say, okay, 200? Well, I actually have them being drawn at 200% down here. And you can still kind of see the lines, the little bit of artifacting on the lines. At 100%, they're obviously not messed up at all. You don't see any lines. But they're also incredibly small. So let's save that and look at it again. Yeah, it gets rid of the artifacting. So this is the thing. When you're stretching out icon sets, you're going to have artifacting, and you're going to see, like, because it goes to nearest pixel, and the nearest pixel to the right
it creates an extra line.
Is out of the grid.
Right.
So if the icon has anything next to it, that's going to be a problem. I do know an option to fix this, and I'm going to try to fix this in a very unique way. No, because then I'll be making special cases for every icon that I want to put, and it'll make my icon size bigger than it needs to be. It's already bigger than it needs to be. What I was going to do is place these in a section on the icon set that has nothing around them, and space them out, so you have blank space around this one, blank space around the next one. So your icon set would it'd just be as simple as copy pasting. Oh, what's going on? Why is it lagging? And I would like paste it right here. Do I have snap to grid on? Why is it lagging like that? That's really freaking weird. What the fuck? Hold on. Is something like updating right now? CPU is not being used a lot. Memory is not being used a lot.
The Melvor idle keeps going very high. See, it's at high, and it just moved to very high.
Let's go to CPU.
Power
usage, but that's not gonna slow. No, that's not it. It's only using 3.6% of my CPU, so that's not doing anything really. So it's not like a computer thing, it's a software thing. It's fucking Photoshop. It's Photoshop. I zoomed in so much, and Photoshop's being stupid about it.
Awful.
It's okay. I'm no longer going to pay Adobe come August. I'm canceling my Adobe subscription. Just garbage. I've used Photoshop for 20 years, and their newest Photoshop sucks balls. Anyway. So I was going to put it right here, and then take the second one and put it right here, and the third one right here, right? And then it has nothing but blank space, so when you stretch it out, it still only shows the blank space next to it. And that would be a way to go about it. If I really wanted to not mess that up. HUD Maker's doing the scaling. Black Ruby Raven. Should I... Should I just make the icons smaller? I should though, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Just a little bit smaller.
So I know not to stretch out the icon set image. Any other images should be fine, but icon set images, don't stretch them. That's fine. We'll do that. It looks very pixelated and kind of garbage.
Or you can take the
anyway.
icons and you can make them pictures.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I'm saying for icon set.
Right, for icon set.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. We'll update that. So learning process. I find this really fun though. I like this. I'm gonna just close Photoshop because it's going slow. No, don't change anything. Just get out of here, Photoshop. I'm tired of paying them. We have two Adobe Creative accounts. So we literally pay them like $45 a month, and that's with like a discount, a 1-year discount. It would be $70 a month, $72 a month.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
Not even slightly worth it.
What do I use of the entire suite? I use Photoshop daily, and that's my justification. I use it every day.
PDF
and the PDF viewer.
A very blue moon.
That's about it. So no, it's not worth it. I want my money, and they lock you into a yearly contract. So I don't know. Adobe Cloud, not for everybody, and I don't really recommend it at all.
Yeah, Wrath of Wood, he is going to start to use GIMP. I know GIMP pretty well, so I'm going to teach him how to use it. That and Clip Studio. If you have
I'm not going to use.
Studio-
I was going to say that. I'm not going to use. You didn't give me a chance to interject there. Clip Studio.
Yeah, but Clip Studio Art won't be able to do everything GIMP does. You need both.
Clip Art Studio.
Clip Studio Paint.
Clip Studio Paint.
That's what it's called. Yeah, I always call it Clip Studio Art because that makes sense in my head, but it's not actually what it's called.
Bro, Warp Enigma.
Wow.
Dropping a 160 knock super chat out of nowhere. Thank you so much, Warp. How are you doing today, man? It's good to see you. He says, whoop, whoop. Hello, everyone. Just passing by, sending my love and support. Whoop, whoop. Be safe, everyone, and take care of yourselves. Whoop, whoop. And lick the video.
Thank you, Warp.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Love from the Enigma. Keep rocking, Drifty. Thank you so much, Warp. Appreciate that.
Well, now I have to do it. I'm going to have to lick the video.
For those of you who
delicious
don't
monitor.
know, that's like $19. He just dropped $19
Thank
on
you,
us.
Warp.
Thank you, Warp. Appreciate that. What's up, Jack? Chaos. Are you talking about Final Fantasy 16? I'm here to kill chaos. It's such a meme now.
GIMP is
I'm
an
looking for
excellent tool
chaos.
for manipulate, like for certain things. And then what GIMP can't do, Clip Studio Paint can. So if you have both of those things, you have everything and more that Photoshop has. For example, Photoshop cannot do asymmetrical grids, which just blows my mind. Like, why? How? How is this not a thing on Photoshop? But GIMP can.
Also, how's it going, Zarsla and Flash 15X? It's good to see you guys. There's a Final Fantasy 16? Yeah, there is. It's not out yet.
Oh, yeah,
I
it
just
looks
cleaned
kinda
my
cool.
monitor. Oh, well. The 40K universe. You know, I used to play Magic the Gathering at a store in California. I would go and like do drafts and stuff and like tournaments there. And there was always a big group of nerds in the corner playing Warhammer 40K. And do you know what Warhammer is?
No.
It's like a tabletop turn-based strategy game.
Oh.
Where you know, but like people get really into it. Like they buy hundreds of little miniatures and they hand paint all the miniatures, and it's like you build your army.
Cool.
And like everything is balanced with points, and like you can't just have as many guys on the field as you want. Like there's rules and whatnot. But you have your armies and your mech units, and there's like deep lore. The Warhammer lore is really big.
Huh, interesting.
And it's got a good following. I never got into it because I couldn't afford to, really.
Right. It's an expensive hobby.
It is, if you want to use all the miniatures and participate. But there's a lot of video games, Warhammer 40K video games. Are you into Warhammer 40K Warp Enigma? What's up, Manu Gaming? It's good to see you. How are you doing today? Hey, Jack. Vino with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Vino. Appreciate that. How are you doing today, my dude? Long drive today, but listening while driving.
Hey, Vino. Drive safe, man.
Drive safe, man.
Yeah.
Jinx T. Very expensive tabletop game, yes. Huge 40K. Yep, he admits. Most people who are into 40K are nerds. But that's okay. I'm a nerd when it comes to a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely a nerd.
I'm going to go with the lower non-stretched icon set. We're learning, and then I like that. So we're making progress with learning what will work and what will not work. So we know not to stretch out the icon sets if we are worried about a line of artifacting or a line of, what is it called? Where you get like dots and pixels where they show the little bits of the next image that's next to it. Obviously, next. Not to be redundant or anything. But anyway, I think since I'm not going to add a scroll bar and make things instead just simply new page, new page, new page, and just display things as in pages, because it'll be easier to code that inside of RPG Maker. I think having smaller icons for your icons will make sense. So let's just do that. And I'll also make the inventory. It'll actually help when it comes to the inventory.
Anyone know how to uncorrupt data? Flash? If you have corrupted JSON files in your RPG Maker project, the only thing you can do is replace them and hope that not all of them are corrupt. Hope that not really, really important ones like your database are corrupt, because if they are, then you have to do it again.
Yeah,
it's lost. So start to replace your JSON files one by one until it works again, and then you know how many were corrupt.
Oof, my dude.
It's a big ouchie. That's why we have to do backups, guys. Have we done a backup of this game yet?
I think I did one. No, I haven't. I haven't done.
I have to do a backup of mine too. Really.
What sort of MMO is this? It's not an MMO. This is gonna be a single-player idle RPG with no sound effects, no background music, and it's supposed to be ran like while you're doing other things. Like this game is running while you're watching a YouTube video or something, you know, and you're like, I'm just gonna train my this, and then boom, excuse me. It's like it's training that, and idle games are not for everybody. But I like idle games. I've noticed that, because especially if you have a kid, you don't get a lot of time to sit down and just focus and really get into a game like I used to. So I don't really get that time, but I do have a few minutes here and there to answer questions, to say hi to people, to hang out, intermittently, and also click, okay, train my blacksmithing, or train my crafting, train my thing, and then go away and make food for my daughter 20 million times a day, and come back, and my guy has been making progress the whole time, and I like that. So idle games are really a thing for me right now. I'm kind of on one of those kicks, so I'm making one because I like them and I want to make one, and I don't know why I have to justify it, because I know a lot of people look at this and they're like, this is not an RPG, this is not a game. Well, sure it is. It's, I've seen games with less functionality. Put it that way. Chaos is the only true answer. That is such a meme now. You know what I want, and I'm really mad about, that I probably won't be able to get for a while? Fantasian. I want to play Fantasian. This RPG looks so good. It's from the original creators of Final Fantasy. I want it so bad. It's got music, original soundtrack by Nobuo Uematsu. Big fan of Nobuo Uematsu. He's really, really good. I loved his music. You've heard it. Trust me, you've heard his music before. You just don't. You may not know his name. A lot of you do, though. But it's only on the Apple Store. I mean, like, are you fucking kidding me? What is wrong with that? That is... What is wrong with your head to only put it on Apple Store? Apple must have paid big money to get exclusive rights to have Fantasian. Like, Fantasian is the Final Fantasy VI Part 2 that we never got. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's on that level. I'm so mad because I don't have any Apple devices, and I don't plan to buy any Apple devices. I think Apple's an evil company, and I refuse to give them money if I'm able not to. Of course, I still contribute to their greed on a daily basis through different ways, because it's like It's unavoidable. Whenever you make a transaction online, there's a good chance that Apple owns the vendor that you're dealing with. But regardless, I refuse to buy a $900 stand and buy their overpriced garbage. You got to get an iPhone emulator on your PC. Now that I can stand by. I might do that. I didn't know that existed. You can. Why couldn't you? Right? Of course you can. Chris Williams. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I might do that. I might make a fake Apple account, well, real account, and get an iPhone emulator on my PC to play Fantasian. But the emulator has to be good. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Because, you want your game to run well, and the game's going to run only as good as the emulator will allow. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Noble? It's Nobuo. Like this. Like that. Like that. You almost got Nobuo's Uematsu-san's autograph.
That's
the line got cut off 20
sad.
people before me. I mean, I gotta sympathize with Uematsu-san because he probably was there for hours just signing and signing and signing and signing. He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Oh, but I feel sad for Polka too.
I know.
Oh.
He's renowned and loved. He's got fan favor.
Yeah.
Just saying that he's going to be doing the music for it is enough to sell games, and like he's got that clout,
He does. He does.
Whoa, honey. Whoa.
Sorry.
How did that happen? Nice.
Skills.
You keeping an eye on ITRM?
Yes, it's very interesting.
No.
Very, very interesting.
I do regret not buying back in. We knew it was going to come back up.
Yeah.
It went down to 140.
And we were like, should we put 100 in?
We were like, let's both buy another $100 in it. Let's put another 100. Both of us 100 right now.
But it went up like within 10 minutes, it was already back up again.
Yeah, just
not even 2 minutes.
Sitting there pontificating on whether we should or not, we missed the opportunity.
Yep.
It like within a minute or two, it already went back to $2.
Yep.
And my average price is $160, so I was like, it's 171, 172, 173, 175, 177. Like it was going up as I was looking at it. I'm like, it's gonna raise my average.
Oh,
but
I already averaged up once just a couple weeks ago. I was like, I want more ITRM.
Just to have more.
So, yeah,
when it pops to 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna go.
Whatever. I know it's gonna get high. What's 2 pennies?
The only thing that would cause it to not shoot up in like to 3, at least 3, because if you look at this, and I know
more than 3.
No, I know that like just because something has happened in the past in a specific case by case study, that doesn't mean it's going to happen again. But it's happened several times this way. You see, after a product gets approved, it goes up 50, 60, 70, 80, 100%. Mm-hmm. So if it's if it's $2 and then it gets approved, immediately spike within it'll be like within 1 minute of a certain day.
Half a day.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
When that happens and the FDA is like, yeah, approved, boom, it's going to go up 50%.
Yep.
At least 50%. So if it's at 2 something, it's going to go to 3 something, and that's a big profit on that. And we've been looking at this for months and buying more and more over
since last year.
Yeah.
Vino was the one who first mentioned it on the Stonks channel on our Discord. And
shout out to Vino.
Yep, I read about it and I said, ooh, this is going to go somewhere, and it's dirt cheap. So I bought a bunch of it, and then I've sold it and I bought it and I've sold it and I bought it and I've sold it and I bought it, and now I have a pretty good price average, although I had a better one when I started. I think my price average when I started was it was like 118 the first time. But I also only had like a fraction of the shares.
I've already made a couple $100 buying and selling it, but I haven't moved too much because I'm not day trading. I'm just kind of like swing trading.
Yeah, I've made small profit on it so far.
I've made a couple $100 on buying and selling ITRM, and consequently my average has gone up. So had I not done that, I would still be making close to about the same amount. But I like where I'm at. My position right now at 160. We got a 100 knock super chat again from Warp Enigma. Damn, dude, that's like $11-12 again, throwing money at us. Thank you, Warp. Appreciate that. He says, bye, everyone. Whoop, take care, and lick the video if you have not. Whoop, whoop, stay safe, and all that stuff. Lots of love from the Enigma. Whoop, 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 whoop. We are so close to the weekend.
Now I see Curly. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
But wait, who stole it? Zoidberg, right? So Zoidberg is the new Curly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Warp. That's
Thank you,
awesome.
Warp.
And I
Have a
hope
good
you
one,
have a
man.
fabulous weekend too.
We're there.
You're up pretty late, so don't kill yourself.
T's got to go to the doctor's tomorrow, so I don't know what we're gonna do for a stream.
Right.
You know.
I might be here for the very beginning, but I'll have to leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vino says no problem. ITRM has made me over $1,000 so far.
Yeah, Vino. ITRM is beautiful. I'm glad you mentioned it because that's why I got in. I wouldn't have even known it existed without you.
Yeah, Vino, you're awesome, dude. Thank you so much. I'm glad you made money on that. That makes me happy.
Me too.
Should I lower the icon size of the inventory for here? I should, huh? Because you still have like a tiny bit of artifacting here, but you don't. There's some here.
Can you lower it partially and get rid of the artifacting?
I would rather go increments of 1x, 2x, 3x.
Uh-huh. Well, check it out.
I think 1x looks better because I mean it does.
Can you move those logs over? Now they're like up the words butts on the top there.
I want them
that?
right. No, I want
like
them there.
shoved up the
Nope,
tiny
that's
holes.
exactly where I want them.
They look weird.
Nope.
It should be spaced out just a little bit.
No.
Why not?
Okay, like because if you look at how when you see an item in an RPG, you see its icon and then its name. Like there's
Yeah.
no space between that. Usually.
I think it would look better with a space. Can you humor me and try and see if you like the way it looks?
I will, but then I'm gonna just make it right back.
Thank you. See, that's how you know.
Also-
That's how you know
also-
Drifty loves
also-
me. He puts up with me doing stuff like that.
Also, it snaps, so I know they're all equally aligned. And if I
yeah.
move it, I have to guess.
Can't you make another guideline?
Not sure. I think so. View. I don't know for
Vino,
sure.
can we make another guideline to make it so the logs have some space, but they're all evenly spaced?
Change settings. Editor theme. I like this theme.
Or can you, instead of dragging it, are you able to move it by a variable, like a number?
Sure. I mean, yes. I could just change its.
Yeah, do that.
just change its
then you know,
position.
yeah, then you know it's exact. So just like move that.
Okay,
20
so
out
if
or
it's a
something.
32 by 32, let's just set it
Put
at 100.
112 or
No,
yeah.
100. So you
Yeah.
just move it over its own
32.
size by one, and you give it a space, right?
Yeah.
So let's just change it to 1,000 in a minute. Like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, and do it to all of them
Oh,
and look
that
at
looks
it.
awful.
No, just do it to all of them and look at it to humor me, because you love
Sucky.
me.
You said 112?
No, 100's good. That looks good.
No. Can we just say we did it and
No,
don't do it?
you have to do it.
All right.
It's gonna be beautiful. Right now, it looks like it's just like humping the words.
No, it looks good.
It's like log humping word time.
Your mom was here today, and she's a lovely woman, and I love her. Okay, you see that? Skills.
Wrath of Wood says a little to the leftish. So he agrees. They shouldn't be humping the words.
You guys are just double teaming now. They
Just
should
a
be
little-
like
just a
all
little
up in the
space.
words business.
Now look at what that looks like in the game.
All right.
Isn't that
Gross.
nicer?
Gross.
It's so much nicer.
What is all this empty space
It's
here?
beautiful.
Awful.
It's harmony. Don't you know when somebody plays the piano, it's not the notes that make the difference, it's the spaces in between.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think I said that. Did I say that? Did I tell you that?
I'm sure you've said that, yeah.
I think I told you that one time. So you're using
So follow your own advice.
you're using my own weapon against me.
Yes.
It's not fair. Can we compromise and I just make it a little closer?
Yes.
All right. So we'll give some space, but not that much
Right.
space. Too much space. Let's do halfway. So, oops, that's not the one. Let's do 115.
Yeah, 115.
Let's have a look at that.
That's beautiful. I like that.
Or if we want it to be half the distance, it was 132, right?
So
It was
116.
116.
Yeah. There you go.
Now it's half of the space. Okay, so we'll make them 116. The idea of making a good idle RPG is definitely making the UI look pleasing. So this is basically the game design here.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of complicated coding. It's more or less user experience and user interface. Making it look good and feel good to click the buttons. That's why I like the HUD maker, because it lets that, it makes it easier to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, it does. I haven't used it yet because it's big brain, but I know I'm going to use it for my game. I'm positive. And
It's really not that hard to use
Yeah.
once you try. At first, you're like, I don't know what to do.
Right.
But, like, just try.
Isn't that beautiful? It's so
I liked
much
it
more
up in the.
beautifuler.
I liked it right up on its business.
No, it didn't look right. It
But
looked like wrong.
Listen, I know that I have a very particular way of looking at things, and I'm not just making this game only
What do you
for
guys
me.
think? There was 3 options you just saw. I want the audience to weigh in
You know what?
here.
No,
you
I'm
had
okay.
up the butt of the words, and then you had right where it is now, and then you had across the universe.
I think I'm gonna compromise. You
And
know,
stay in the middle?
You wanted some space away,
Yeah.
and now we've gotten like a little bit of space.
It's beautiful.
Okay, I'll leave that. That looks fine. Let's go ahead and move the other ones too. Let's make these sizes over here for the inventory.
Yeah, they're
the
kind of
count.
far away from the number, aren't they?
No, they need to be
Yeah.
because you're going to have a large count. They can
Oh,
you can
right,
have up to
right.
999,999 of an item. So if I put them too close, then it's gonna write. You know, in the case that somebody gets like 50,000 logs of this type, leaves it on all night. You know, which will happen. You don't want it to be overwriting it and like being on top of the icon. So that's why there's some space from them. But
Yeah.
we'll see once I reduce the size if we want to move them or not. Okay, we're gonna look at.
Wrath, he reduced the
Icon.
size because there's artifacting when you stretch it out.
I like the larger icons too, Wrath of Wood, but the problem is if you're going to draw from the icon set, you can't stretch them without having artifacting. And what I mean by that is, I don't know why, just the way that it's rendering it, the way that it's stretching it, it takes the next pixel that is not in the 32 by 32 area. It's actually taking like the 33rd pixel on the X and the Y when you stretch it too much to find it. So you end up getting like a little line that goes along the box of the icon if the icon next to it is also on that line. So I could either manually edit my icon set all day for 100 million days every time I want to do something, or I can compromise and say, whenever I'm drawing an icon from the icon set, I will draw it at 100% width and height. And if I want to draw a picture that's larger, I'll just add that as a picture and then draw that picture. And you can stretch the pictures out, but not the icons in the icon set without artifacting. Why not convert them into strings like 1K, 1 million? Because it'll be easier to calculate when I do math checks inside of MZ. I mean, I could do that, Manu. You're right. But I want to keep it simple for now. I want to try to keep it simple. 100 million days, that's right. How are you guys doing? How's your project? You guys working on a project right now?
Yeah.
I'm working on a few different things. Nothing like where I'm like night and day super serious because, you know, I can't right now. So I'm doing a little bit here, a little bit there. And this is my passion project right now, the little tiny, because the scope of this is very small. So like I feel like this could be a game I can finish. The problem I have is like everybody else, finishing the project is so fucking hard to get it done because, you know, you have all these ideas and you want them to come to fruition and you're just constantly sacrificing things and eventually you just give up on the project because you get burnt out because you can't finish everything. You don't have the time to do it. So I'm like, this is a small project that I'm actually trying to undertake. There's really not a lot besides just making the UI look good and adding new things one at a time. And I feel like I could post another game to my edge because I want another game. I want to have at least one game on the MZ marketplace soon. And so, like, why not put a little idle RPG, some bullshit game that's not complete default garbage, you know? Like, it's going to be a unique thing that I made, and it won't be for everyone, but it'll be something that I could be proud of or like, at least.
It's very unique. I like that. So Wrath of Wood and Super Smash.
Super Snatch? What?
are working on a game jam game for the Touch the Stars.
Reach for the touch
Reach
stars.
for the touch.
Touch the reach
Fuzzy.
stars. Reach for touch fuzzy stars. I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Yeah, but it's the jam that is being hosted by Komodo, if any of you guys haven't heard of it yet. MZ is available for free during the duration of the jam, so if you don't have it, that's okay. You have to use MZ to make your game for the jam, but it's super cool. So these guys are both working on a game for it. I look forward to seeing them.
Black Ruby Raven has a fantastic idea.
Ooh.
He or she suggests to adjust the icon size to 30. Oh no, that'll fuck it up. Because
Brian Perez is databasing as we speak.
It'll mess it up. Look how it changed it. Because it's looking through these to cycle to find them, and so it completely changes it. It was a good idea, but the way that it works is not like you would expect, not like you think. It needs to know its resolution, and it's assuming X is equal to Y. Icon sets can be like 32 by 48, which would mess this entire drawing set up.
So anyways, Brian Perez also is doing a Touch the Stars game jam game.
Cool. I'm sure a lot of people are. If you look at the entry page, there's like, what, 30, 40 people? I haven't even looked today.
No, last I heard it was like 130.
What?
Yeah, let me look.
How many entries have we got? I mean,
Not entries, but people that joined.
How many people have joined it, right?
See.
Entries are projects that are submitted, right?
Yeah. I'm going to go find it.
So obviously there's no project submitted yet. It was only announced just recently.
Right.
It's only been going for a few days, so I don't know who's going to have a finished project.
187 people have joined.
187 people have joined.
Doesn't that make your heart
jam?
joyous as a judge?
That's a lot of games to play.
Drifty's looking at playing 50 games.
That's okay. I mean, 50 is a number I can deal with.
Yeah, it's true.
50 is
It's
okay.
True. We streamed 50 games for our last jam.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
I don't plan to stream them all, but after I play them and judge them and write their score down, if I like it enough, I'll stream it. Or even if I think it's like interesting, and even though if I don't really like it that much, but I think it's interesting that people would like to see, I'll stream it. So I'm going to stream some of my entries because I'm allowed to.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe some of the other entries that he's not judging, we'll take a look at them and see if any of them look interesting. I know I'm going to be looking through them.
Yeah, I could totally stream any of the entries that I'm not judging, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Because how it works is the games are going to be split between the 4 judges, and then whatever games you're given, you have to give them a score from 1 to 10, and then the highest of the highest scores, 50% of them go forward to the next judge, and 50% of them die right there, and then
the highest scoring games will be judged by all 4 judges.
Right.
That's what happened during the IGMC 2017. The top 20 games got judged by all 4 judges.
So I'm expecting to rejudge 20 games for the final thing. Something like that, depending on how many we get.
And a little bit of a not so humble brag. My game got judged by 4 judges, guys.
Wow. Oh my God. No, that's pretty good. There was like 300 entries.
260.
260 entries for that, and you got placed 13th.
13th. Yep.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was my first
game
finished game.
Oh yeah, you made one before that, but you didn't.
But I never
release
put it out.
Right,
yeah.
right. And so it was your first game that you released.
Yep.
So that must have been exciting.
It was very exciting.
Yeah.
But I got the grand prize, guys, because that's how I met Drifty, and we got married and had a daughter together, and no amount of money could pay for all that. So
I didn't cry at the end of your games. That was, I had dirt in both of my eyes. That's all that happened.
Yeah. People cried when they played it. It was cool.
It's not available anymore.
I love making people cry.
You have to finish your shit.
I know. I'm working on it right now, actually.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. But that's my push to you. And it's been long enough now. Like
4 years.
It should have already been released.
Yep, it should have.
And now it's like still in development,
early
early development.
Married, having a kid.
Nonsense.
Starting a life with some
Should've
awesome
finished your game.
YouTuber.
Drove across the country. All right. What the fuck is I doing?
Moving
okay.
on, moving
that was a
on.
great idea, Black Ruby Raven, but it makes it so that it doesn't find the right icon. So what it'll do is it'll look at the first icon in the top left, and then it'll go over 32 pixels, and then look at that 32 by 32, and then move over 32. So when you give it a number that doesn't match the size of your icon set, it throws it off completely, because then it's moving over 31, and then another 31, and another 31, and then by the time you go across a few of them, it's like looking at 2 different icons, or even 4 different icons. I'm reading real quick. And Super Smash says, I don't want to talk about the game, though, because I'm probably not going to be able to make it. It's too advanced for my skills as they are. Come on.
You just got to keep pushing. Keep on swimming.
Yeah. Deliver that baby.
You just got to spend 12 to 16 hours a day for the next 25 days of your life doing nothing but thinking about, breathing about, eating about, pooping about, peeing about, sleeping about the game. And then you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be great. It'll be awesome.
Super easy to do.
So easy. So easy.
Anyone could do it. So where's this at? It's... Why is it like that? Let's just subtract 16. Actually, we're going to subtract 16, so that'd be minus 415. Wow. That's because this is in the center, so it throws it off, and this is part of that. What I could do, what I will probably do, is fix the menu like I did the other ones, and have this out here, 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 here. I'm right clicking and dragging to move them out of, oops, damn it. And then I'm gonna move this, now that it's not connected to anything, to 0, 0. And then I can bring everything back into it. That's on its own, that's on its own, that's on its own. Wait, hold on. Nope, this is gonna be part of the main HUD. Do it. Do it. Oh my gosh. Did I freeze it again? Oh no, I crashed it.
Oh no.
Fuck, I don't know when's the last time I saved. It'll be fine. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Hey, those little logs look pretty good actually though.
Yeah.
They're not bad. They're not bad little logs. Hey guys, what's up? You're stuck with me for a minute while Drifty goes to pee. I'm just working on my maps in the meticulous, ridiculous, completionist type way that I play games. So I have to make the entire map and put all the spice, all the events, all the doors, all the sound effects, all the everything that's going to be in it except for NPCs and events for like cutscenes and stuff before I can possibly move on to the next map, and then I have to do it again. And I only have one map completely done. For the sake of learning how to parallax, I did 3 more, but they don't have any of the spice or the events or anything like that. So I'm going to be spending the next couple weeks. No, I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get these maps done to the point where I can put my 5th map in. I also have to remake my town map because my town map sucks. I'm terrible at making town maps. I hate making town maps. Does anybody here like making town maps? I hate it. Yeah, Wrath of Wood, I'm doing Tile D, and I'm going to force myself to make a actual tutorial to show how to parallax with Tile D, because the stream where I was fooling around with it and trying to show people a little bit was... Just don't watch that and think that you're going to know how to do it when you're done, because you're not.
Talking about the live stream?
Yes.
The tutorial live stream.
No, it's not a tutorial live stream. Please don't look at it like a tutorial.
If you want to learn how to do the thing.
Don't try and learn. Melody's a complete idiot. Don't listen to her.
That was, it might look like education, but that was an entertainment.
It was entertainment. It was not education.
There was a little bit of education.
You might learn a couple things.
There's a little bit.
But don't look to that. Like, don't think that you're going to watch that and come out knowing what the hell to do in the end, because you're not. I will do a tutorial at some point. I promise. Next year.
You better.
In 2050, Q3, when my game comes out.
You better do it. Oh no. Let's see, undo this. All right, so I'm gonna try to do this again. If I get all of these out of here.
Yeah, Polka, I mean Melody's stream. Melody's an idiot.
And then I move this over here to 0, 0.
In all seriousness, though, guys, I could have showed you how to do what I was doing pretty well without any issues, but then I tried to show you to do something that I haven't really done for like over a year, possibly 2 years, and so you know how that goes. It was great. I couldn't remember how to do anything. I literally know how to do it, but I couldn't remember on the spot.
All right, so this one goes out on its own. Lumberjack text, that's in. That's in.
Yeah, town maps are the worst, Super Smash. The thing is I don't mind making maps, and I don't even mind making town maps, but the problem is when I'm done, they look like crap, so I'm just mad. It just makes me mad. I'm really bad at making town maps.
No.
Yes, I am. They're so bad. They're all flat and like grid patterned and just ugly and stupid.
No, sorry, excuse me.
I need to learn to do like elevation, and every time I'm like, I'm going to do elevation, and I try and I'm like, wow, this looks not physically possible.
No. Easy.
It's so bad.
I think I'm messing things up here. But, I mean, that's okay. I'm going to just keep modifying it until I like it. Alright, let's go back to the main menu. Yeah, that's going to work because we're going to have a lot of... So if you click on the icon or lumberjack text, it takes you to the menu where you're checking that out. So that's cool. And now there's no artifacting on the icons. They look really cool, and it also gives me more room to add more
Look who's
skills.
in the chat.
Get more skills. Who's in the chat? Hey, bro. Love you guys. Just wanted to say hi. Jeremy Schaefer. This is my brother, everybody.
Hey, Jeremy. What's up?
Everyone who is able, please super chat Drifty. He works hard to educate you guys on this content.
I agree.
Hey, bro.
He's totally right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jeremy. We've got some super chats. Thank you to the super chatters already. Bro, how's it going, man? Thank you for stopping by. Are you in our Discord? I've been meaning to ask you. I was gonna text you. Join our Discord. Links in the description below. And as soon as you join, just send me a message. Right click on my name. I'm sure you know what Discord is, and if not, you should. And I'm sure you do though.
Just text him if you don't, and he'll walk you through it.
Yeah, join us on Discord because that's where I'm like I answer immediately, and I try not to even look at my phone because I get so many emails and like text messages and like phone calls from bots that I don't even really look at it. And I don't trust anybody who calls me on the phone. So you can call me on Discord anytime you want. I mean, not for everybody, but, you know. Talking to you, Jeremy.
Drifty just gets a bunch of random calls.
I do,
people.
though.
Yeah.
I fucking do.
I know. Somebody called me this morning, and I don't know what to do. I'm just ignoring them now because I'm like, wow, that's weird.
You just did, Jeremy.
The funny thing is my mother joined Discord, and she used a name I didn't recognize. And yesterday she says, hey, you want some company tonight? I'm like, what?
Who are you?
Who the heck is this?
You should have remembered, though. You helped her set it up.
I know. I have no excuse.
Bro, it's easy. Just click the link in the description below. It says official Discord, and then you just make an account real quick, and then save that to a text file, whatever, so you don't lose the password. And I think all you need is a valid email, which I know you've got, and then you'll be able to add an avatar or do whatever, but you don't really have to do anything. And then I can just give you roles, and then like instant message me that I'll get immediately because it goes doo-doo, and I deal with that all day long. That's the best way to contact me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, please get Discord, even if it's on just like a device it's a throwaway device or whatever.
Brian Perez asked a really good question about town maps. He says, have you tried drawing them by hand first? And my mind is freaking blown.
Like
dude.
parallax mapping
I've
them?
never thought, no, like a sketch pad and just draw a damn town with a pencil. Brian, why do you have such big brain moments like this? My brain has exploded.
What, are you going to take a
need to try
picture of it?
Maybe I'll look at other towns and try to like sketch what I want it to look like.
I'm thinking of other things right now. Do you mean with the Wacom? Draw it with the Wacom?
No, with a pencil and a piece of paper.
Why?
To just like conceptualize it in my mind.
Oh, like not to like use that image
Right.
though. Oh, okay.
Because what happens is I'm like, oh, I'm going to make this epic town, and it's a flat piece of garbage.
Well, I mean, the problem with that is when you write it, when you do it on paper, like you've got all these more intricate things, and you're like, man, how do I don't have the tile set for that. Oh, and I'm missing the art for that. And then you spend a lot of time doing art creation for that, which in the end...
I do anyways,
that's true.
Really.
In the end, it comes out more customized, but it also takes a lot more time.
I think that's what I have to do, though. I think Brian, like, fixed my problem with this.
Jeremy, are you still here?
Brian.
Jeremy, does Austin still have that accordion I got him? That little blue accordion?
Yeah, Drifty's been looking at accordions all day. He wants to buy an accordion.
I want to buy an accordion now.
And we just got a hand pan drum.
Yeah, we got a hand pan drum for tea.
Both of us have wanted this for years, so we finally
decided to get ourselves an instrument. So I'm looking at getting a specific accordion. The one I want to get is going to be kind of a little expensive, so I'm waiting on it. But I want a piano accordion, and obviously I want it to be a chromatic instrument so that it's not diatonic. And I'm not going to get into.
I have no idea what that means.
I know. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it.
Like smart talk and stuff.
Short answer. I want it to be able to play songs in every key, like a piano or a guitar.
Right.
So those are more expensive. They're like $500 on the low end, and they go up to like $10,000 for like the antique ones.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So I'm looking to spend under $1,000 for a really good one. But so I don't know. I don't see it. I see a bunch of them, but nothing that I really gonna pull the trigger on yet. I probably won't get one in the end because I'm
Drifty's hilarious. He'll be like looking at a $20 item, and he has to literally have a monologue with himself for an entire day, reasoning with himself why he should press the buy button. And like half the time, he won't do it even if he's convinced himself.
If you grow up poor, every dollar counts, and you have to really justify making a purchase.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy, I will personally dye his hair if that happens. I will do that.
Drifty will dye his hair hot pink if someone sends $200 super chat in the next 5 minutes. We probably will.
Yeah, no, he will, because I'll do it. I'll hold him down and I'll bleach his hair and I'll dye it hot pink. And then we'll do a webcam.
Why not green? I'm okay with green.
No, hot pink is great. And then we'll do a webcam stream. It'll be great.
That's
It'll be
a lot of promises.
No, it's going to be awesome.
You want to put me on webcam with hot pink hair?
Yes.
That's too much.
I want to do that more than anything else right now.
No, you don't.
World. Yes,
no,
I do.
Shut up. You don't. Jeremy, bro, you're supposed to be helping me here. What are you
Keep
doing?
it up, Jeremy, I like it.
You don't know the fans. There's some fans that will do that. You're lucky that our biggest donor is in the hospital right now. Otherwise, it would have happened already.
Yeah, he would have done it for sure.
He's sick. Shout out to Corey Davis. I hope you're feeling better, man.
He's going through some stuff. Yeah, he had 2 surgeries in one day last week.
Yeah, he had some.
So bad.
He's been contacting us every now and then. It's hard for him to get to the phone and say stuff. He's in the hospital right now. But shout out to Corey Davis. Love you, dude. If you're listening, he's probably not, because he's probably asleep, knocked out right now.
He's got to be sleeping. He's so tired.
But if he was here, I would have hot pink hair right now.
You would.
So
I would personally dye your hair. I would make sure it happened, because I think that's fabulous.
I don't expect that, guys, and do not feel pressure to do that, because I'd rather not have hot pink hair. Hey, Tony Dev, how you doing, man? Does Austin still have that accordion? Do you guys play? I know you're still jamming on the drums and stuff.
Yeah, we saw that.
Anyway, I have to load this again because it crashed on me. That's my fault. I was right clicking a lot of things fast and trying to move things around too fast. Anyway, Lumberjack, that's going to be okay. So why don't I start the next one? I'm going to add a couple of new components real quick. I'm going to add an icon. Let's go into MZ and find the icon I want to add. We're going to add some ores. Didn't we? Oh, we already made the. There we go.
ITRM is at 212 right now.
Ooh, it's going up.
It is going up.
Going up. Making profit on that.
Because that stop loss raid really bred confidence in people.
Obviously, somebody who is going to do that and
knows it's going up.
They want more.
Yeah.
So somebody who has a lot of money invested says they want more shares, and so they're scooping up all the stop loss losers. Not that they're losers, but they lost on the trade. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling them out and saying they're losers, but
no, they got their shares stolen.
They got robbed essentially. But that's the lesson to newer traders: don't use stop losses. Don't do stop loss orders, because you can say, I'm going to make a stop loss for $1.50. If say you're following a stock and it's at $1.80 or whatever, and you go, okay, if it goes under 150, I want to get my money back, so I'm going to make a stop loss order. And you say, I want to sell all of my shares or however many of my shares at 150. But if somebody who has millions of shares, or lots of shares, even hundreds of thousands of shares, they could sell all of them at once, drop the price down extremely high, as long as the market doesn't shut down, which means I think it's like 30%.
Hold on, I gotta interrupt you. Yes, Neo Soul Gamer, because it's on a timer. I think so. He's tempted to make you have pink hair. Do it, Neo. Just do it.
I don't know. Jeremy said if somebody sends a $200 super chat, that would. I tell you what, if we've already got $32 in super chats.
So if it totals 200, Drifty will do it.
So we already have $32.57 in super chats. If this stream gets $200 in super chats, then I will have hot pink hair. We will dye my hair hot pink, and we will do a webcam short stream with me showing off hot pink hair.
I'm going to take so many pictures,
and
guys.
I will resent each and every one of you, but I will do it, begrudgingly so, okay? Because I'm going to buy an accordion with that money.
Hey, Neo, what's up? Haven't seen you for a while.
How you doing, Neo? What was I saying?
I don't know.
Anyway, I think I found the icon. I already set these up in a previous stream, so we'll just go like that. Oh, wait, shit. What number were they? 2048, 2049. Okay. 2048, 2049. Yeah, organize it if you guys want to organize it, so you don't just half of you go in and then doesn't happen. Because I'm not going to do this lightly, all right? I don't want pink hair. Y'all crazy.
But here's the thing. Drifty is a man of his word. So now that he said it, it's written in stone.
Oh, it'll happen.
Oh, we got $5 toward the pot from Poco Latte.
Thank you so much, Poco Latte, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. For the poison hair crusade. At least Poca understand what is happening right now.
Yeah, but she totally pitched in for it.
Blasphemy!
Where's my credit card? No.
Blasphemy!
I don't have a credit card. Where's my debit card?
No. Come on. Can't do that to you.
Yeah, that would be cheating.
I can't pay for that myself. Well, it definitely stimulated. Are you happy, Jeremy? You're stimulating. You're stimulating the super chats. Chris Williams with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Chris Williams. I appreciate that. Don't actually care about that pink hair, but Drifty should be able to afford that accordion without tripping.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Both you guys, you're awesome.
Yeah, I'm debating it. I'm debating it right now. I mean, maybe
He'll debate it for a long time.
The debate states happens for a while. It's a long process. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Vero. It will.
Yeah.
Just say check PayPal in a regular message if that happens, and we'll add that to the pot.
PayPal would actually be better because YouTube takes 30% of every super chat.
That's true. YouTube gets 35% of super chats, but it doesn't matter. The $200 in super chats, it'll add up the same. Even though it won't be $200 to us, it'll still be you guys paid $200, so it'll happen. If you PayPal, just let me know, and then I'll check the thing and I'll put it in the wallet. You know how it goes. Every time somebody gives money, we always shout out to people, and we definitely give people the props for doing that in our Discord Wall of Heroes. If you go to the Wall of Heroes, you see the money and the people who are supporting the channel, so you know who's doing it, what, and and we keep really close track of the money. We follow the money, and the people who give the money believe it. So like some of these days were freaking crazy.
Absolutely. Especially during our like month of giveaways and when MZ was coming out.
In December, we gave away like $2,000 worth of stuff. And so people were all about that. And by the end of the month, we were burnt out.
Oh, yeah. That was a lot of work.
Hey, Blood Tithings. How you doing, man? We're doing good. I'm working on this idle RPG game because it's a smaller scope and it's something I could finish, you know, right now, raising a 2-year-old. This is... lumberjack text, right?
Oh, Jeremy says he still has it.
Did he say that? Did I miss it?
At the bottom.
Oh, it just came up right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on a lag, guys. Yeah, he does somewhere. He probably has a bunch of instruments now. Is he still playing saxophone? He was pretty good last time I heard him. I have my piano put away. It's like I have a little keyboard right here, you know, and I can mess around. T, you want to give me a la 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 la?
Oh no. Hold on, let me do it.
Okay. Give me a la la la.
La 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 la.
Cool.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
It sounds better if I pause the music. So I mean, I've got this little tiny MIDI keyboard thing, but it doesn't really satisfy to scratch the itch, really, you know, because I have a nice piano, but I don't really have the room to set up a piano since we put the AC where I had the piano.
Yeah.
In the winter, I bring it out, and in the summer, I put it away.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la.
I'm sorry, I'm just digging around now. Yeah, so like I mess around with this thing, but it's really tiny and doesn't really give me the thing. He's going to high school. He's getting so big, dude.
Oh my gosh.
He's still doing saxophone. It's getting good for sure. I bet. Saxophone's awesome, man. I always liked saxophone.
Kids grow so fast.
I bought one. I ordered it online. It was garbage. I sent it back. I ordered a different one. That one was okay. And then when I used to work as a music teacher at a private school in Orange County, which some of you may know. When I left a lot of my stuff, like half of all of my worldly possessions there, and I left one of my saxophones there because the school didn't have a good one for the teachers, and I used it to teach students. And then when I left, some of my students, you know, I went to different teachers who didn't have a saxophone, so I left my my alto sax there, and yeah. So I mean, it was a cheaper one, so I didn't really feel that bad about it, but like. I do miss it. I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of wish I didn't do that, but at the same time, I'm glad that, you know, the teachers, the teacher had an instrument to teach the student with, you know, so that was a thing. Tony is making a farming sim in Smile Game Builder. I saw that you were posting on the Discord. It's going really well. That's cool. I like Smile Game Builder. I wish that the next RPG Maker iteration has 3D. Like Smile Game Builder does. What do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Are you listening?
At least 2.5D.
2.5D. So you're talking about like Octopath Traveler type of thing where you have like filters and 3D background.
2.5D. Yeah, I think that it would be good to add at least that much. Full 3D, I don't know. I feel like it sells RPG Maker's soul. I can't help but feel that it would sell the soul of RPG Maker if it went to full 3D.
No, it wouldn't. Here's the thing. You can make it as an optional thing. Like, you could still draw maps in 2D, but you can also decide to draw maps in 3D if you want to. Now, it would be a complete overhaul and extension to the engine. Would be a lot of new bugs to deal with.
Like 2 engines in one.
It would be like 2 in 1, though, right? And people would really have no complaints to say, oh, it's just the same thing as MV and MZ with a new filter, a new theme.
You're absolutely right. And I always say options are good. Choices are good. They can never be bad because people can choose one way or the other. So I totally agree.
Here's the thing. What's one of the most biggest complaints that you hear between people complaining about MZ coming from MV?
Not enough changes.
It looks like the same engine. It's the
Right.
same thing. Why should I pay a more premium price for like the same thing with a few
Right.
optimizations,
Yeah.
right? So if they went the route of adding a 3D option inside of they can still keep the core code of MZ, right? So that you have all of the 2D stuff that's already there, build onto it a kind of separate new engine, but it's built into to have the 3D option to draw maps in 3D, to render 3D things, so people can use Blender, and then you'll have, can you imagine how many things are going to show up on RPG Maker Web Forum once that happens? You're going to have Blender sprites, or not sprites, but what are they called? Assets. What are those, do Unity call them? Packages? Models? Prefabs. Unity calls it you know how many prefabs that's going to show up on RPG Maker Web?
Is actually, if you put RPG Maker assets on Blender, you're actually able to like 3Dify them fairly easy. I've had a couple people show me already, and they look pretty good, actually.
Wrath of Wood, I disagree. MZ3D is not a good plugin for that. MZ3D is hijacking Pixie.js to do some specific 3D rendering, and it doesn't play fair or nice with other plugins. So unless you're just going to make a default, all basic, garbage-looking 3D game inside of MZ, MZ3D is like a cheap cop-out. It's terrible.
So far, MZ3D is a lot like trying to do action battle systems in RPG Maker. There may be some Maverick out there that's able to do it and make it look good, but for the most part, it's nearly impossible to make it feel good, to make it look good, to make it function well, perform well.
Or even be compatible with the majority of the plugins that are available.
Right.
So I don't really think MZ3D is a good plugin for that. I think MZ3D is the only option you have, and I think it should be native inside the next iteration, say 3 years from now. You know?
Yeah, and it's totally possible. Totally possible.
Super Smash says they haven't really perfected 2D RPG Maker. Well, no, perfect. I mean, what do you call perfect? You can always strive for perfection, but you're never going to reach perfection, right? And that's also an opinional statement. So what could be perfect for one person is garbage to another person. So, that's just making an opinional statement
like
there,
Final
Super Smash. But I see what
7.
you're saying. There could be more significant improvements in the 2D engine as well. What'd you say about Final Fantasy VII?
Like Final Fantasy VII could be great for some people and garbage for others.
Well, Final Fantasy VII's low poly style is just terrible, but the remake is good.
The remake was really fun, but I hated the original. And I was super hyped for it, too.
Okay, here's the thing. You had to have been a kid with like a PlayStation 1
It must be.
at the time that was the newest cutting edge. Because that was coming from the end of 2D, starting 3D, low polygon. So I really, really enjoyed Final Fantasy VII as a kid.
For me, it wasn't the low poly, and it wasn't the game itself. I thought those were both enjoyable, and especially with the God mode and the fast forward mode, the battles were originally long, but they fixed that because you could just whiz through them if you wanted to. But what really irked me about Final Fantasy VII was the plethora of mini games that I did not want to play, and they made me play them. And finally, when I got to the snowboarding, I was like, no, I'm not playing this anymore. I hate this game.
The snowboarding was probably that was probably the worst one.
Oh, it was so bad. So bad.
Thank you so much for the $5.72 PayPal donation, which is like a $8 super chat, something like that. So $7-8 super chat. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you so much.
That was, who was it on the Discord? We gotta give the props here. That was Black Ruby Raven. Thank you so much, Black Ruby Raven. Let's go ahead and say that. Thank you at Black Ruby Raven. I won't expose your true identity, even though PayPal tells me your name. Like, you guys know my name.
Guys, can't you gotta love PayPal.
PayPal. So they're like, okay, spread your cheeks and lift your sack. Okay, payment authorized. I can see that it's you, Mr. Schaefer.
Yeah.
That was a Chappelle bit. What's up, Daniel Olson? 3D modeling just adds more work to the users making original graphics. Alliance Alive has amazing low poly model. I don't know. What's the worst part of MZ3D? The incompatibility with other plugins.
I want to see T do Blitzball in Final Fantasy X now. No.
I actually enjoyed it.
Never.
I've enjoyed
never
Blitzball.
Do this.
I enjoyed Blitzball, but the last time I went through Final Fantasy X, which is one of my favorite games, it's a great game, I didn't mess with it at all.
Here's my opinion. If I wanted to play a damn sports game, I would play a freaking sports game. I want to play an RPG game. That's all I got to say about that.
Vero wants me to send a screenshot of action sequencing. I can do that, Vero. Yeah, you asking for something? Okay, so let me just do that real quick. I've got some action sequencing for you in MZ. Let me go ahead and right click. Actually, here's a cool shortcut for you on Windows. If you have something on your start bar, I'll do it right here so you guys can see. And I want to open another instance of it, just middle click it. Check that out. Hey, forget about it. All right, let's just go ahead and open up another project. I'm going to open... Where do I have a bunch of action sequencing? Probably the MZ MMO, maybe. Do I already have some in there? Common events. Have I made action sequencing in here? Yeah, I've got some. Here you go, Vero Claw. You want screenshots? How about can I just show you in the video? Here you go. This is the basic action sequence. We do a setup action, and then you're going to do move to targets. Most of this I haven't changed, so you know how to get to it. You go new, page 3 at the bottom, plugin command. You click on Battle Core, which is the Vigistella one. So scroll down until you see Visu MZ1 Battle Core. Boom, and then on the right hand side, this is the basic one you're going to want to copy paste. In fact, I can copy it as text and send it to you as well. So here, and then you just have all of these. Some of these other ones will require separate plugins, like if you want to do like the glitch filters and stuff that you see right here. All of this, you would need like the horror effects plugin to do these things. The impact ones would require another filters plugin. But if you get the Vigistella plugin pack, then you'll have all these accessible to you as well. So here's the basic thing. You do a setup action, and then you're going to move to targets. You're going to do motion type. You're going to do action animation. And then you're going to do camera focus, motion type. So you do the motion of attacking. See, it's motion equal attack. Then you do the action effect. Now, the action effect is what actually issues the damage, and you may need to change target on this one. So hitting spacebar shortcut. So you may have to go here and double click here and say current targets, because it might be on like alive whatever, you know. So you just select current target for that, and then move to point. So you go back, the damage pops up, you reset the zoom so it zooms out, and then you finish the action. Now that's all basic action sequence to like have somebody jump across the screen, land the hit, the damage comes up, the animation plays, everything affects, and then you jump back, and then it disappears, you know. And you can change this up. Hold on. Let me select all and right click and copy as text. And here, I'm going to put it in the message to you. Boom, 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 and some text. Hopefully it's not too much. There you go. I got you, Vero. Can I download the video? I mean, you could just watch it on YouTube, bookmark the video. I'm not going to private it. It'll just show up after this live stream as a video. Also, I think you can download it using some software, but I don't know. I'm not going to encourage that, but you can totally do that if you want to. I think the copy text will work best for you. If you have any questions, let me know. This is easy. The way you used to do it, you used to have to go into skills and you would type in, action effect, if you wanted to issue the damage, and there was a whole lot of stuff you had to do inside the note box. Now it's all plugin commands. It's point and click. It's so much easier to do action sequence. It's still time consuming, and you have to keep testing things to change the duration of the zooms. You see, where is it at? Like desired height. How high do you want them to jump? How long do you want them to take? You can manipulate these numbers to make your sprite move differently so that it feels right for your sprites and your weapon animations and whatever action animations you're using. Just remember that you have to do an action effect and change the target. So if you don't do action effect, then nothing will happen. Like the characters will move back and forth, but no damage will happen. Keep in mind, action effect is going to do whatever is in the skill for damage formula. So when you say action effect, it's going to say play this box and this box. And I don't know if it looks at your note tags when you do that, but I know it does the damage and effects. So if you say action effect, then it's going to say, for here, on this one, it'll do HP damage with the element of normal attack with this formula. The user's attack power times 4 minus the defender's defense times 2 with a 20% variance, and it can crit if you say so, and then you can add any effects you want. And that'll all apply when you do action effect. If you want to hit multiple times, you just copy paste the action effect, boom, 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 boom. But what I recommend you do, if you want it to hit twice, then you want to put some delay, so it doesn't just go boom and then five hits all at one time. You want to make it look cool. So if you wanted to make this a double attack, you would instead make your guy move to another location. So you would copy this move. Hold up, let me copy this basic attack and try to paste in something. I don't know if I can get into a battle in this game right now. I need to turn off a couple plugins. I haven't used this project in a little bit, but we can do it real quick. So this is our basic attack action sequence, but if I wanted to make it like, say, a simple double hit basic attack, then we're going to copy the move after the action effect. It's moving to a point here, but it's moving back home, I think. Move users to the destination home. So we're going to move them to the target, and we'll edit this and we'll say move, instead of the front base, we'll move to the back center. So we're going to go behind them, giggity. And then we'll do is do another motion type. After that, we'll paste in another attack. So the user's going to attack again, and then we'll make the action effect happen one more time. And you see in here, you have a little bit of duration going on. So it should wait for those durations to happen, and if not, we'll adjust it. And so because we have two action effects, it should hit twice. And then it'll do the damage pop-up, reset, finish action, whatnot. So this will be basic attack action sequence. We'll call this double attack. And in order to call any of these common events, you do have to do one more thing. We'll call this double attack. And hits twice. Give it whatever icon you want. I'll just do this for now. We're going to make it a basic tech. The scope's going to be on one enemy, occasion only in battle screen. This is going to be a physical attack, and we'll give it an animation. I need to add some more animations to this project. Whenever we say action animation, it's going to play this action. So we want to make sure we get that to match up properly. We'll make it be a slash effect. So it'll do that slash effect twice. And we'll say uses double attack. The formula, we'll make it the same as this. Copy this, double attack, bang. Can crit, sure. This can be a normal attack as well, and we'll do add state normal. So to save time, I'm gonna copy paste this here. You have to do this. You have to do in parentheses custom action sequence. That's the note tag you have to put in there, I believe so. Luckily, we have a new just recently version 1.3 came out of RPG Maker, and inside of here we should have a control F function. Oh, it doesn't show it. Old T walked out of the room. It doesn't show it inside of here. From right clicking, you have to go into. Oh, that sucks. You literally have to go into the plugin. So why would they skip that step? Why would they skip that? You have to go here into Battle Core and then press Control F to find, and then custom action sequence to see if that's the exact one. Yep. So luckily that's here now. That didn't used to be there. Just last week they added it, or a few days ago. Action sequence. Now done by putting this note tag inside the skill, so which we already added. So I was just double checking to make sure that was the right syntax, because syntax will get you. So once this skill has this note tag, it knows to look for that note tag. We have to do one last thing. It knows to look for that common event. We have to place the effect in here and play the common event that we used. So in this case, we created a new one called double attack sequence. Ah, shit, sorry about that. And so when we tell it to play custom action sequence, it's going to go which one, and it's going to look at your common event to do that. Let me see. Have I put any in the bottom here? I'll double check. I have a ton of stuff in this project. Holy shit. This is a continuation of an RPG Maker MV project that I made a long time ago, and I just keep working on it here and there. It's still got code from MV in here. So you can see here in these ones that I've already made, it's calling custom action sequence, and then the common event for that action sequence is in the effects type. If I've got my plugins up to date, which they're probably out of date on this project, I haven't looked at it in a week or 2 or 3. It should be good though. I do need to turn off 1 or 2 of them. Oh no, it won't even run because I have to run other shit to make this happen. This was not the best project to showcase action sequencing because this is an MMO project. Alright, so what I have to do is launch the SQL server. What's up, Coob Pelmer? How you doing? Alright, so I'm going to launch this MySQL server. Server status. Are we running? It's running. Okay, so this is storing data for all the users, SQL, and then I need to launch the host as well. Because the RPG Maker MZ client is going to be the client, but you need to run the server. So we're going to run an ISE as administrator real quick, which is just a PowerShell window thing, and we're going to go to. Shoot, where did I put it? I can't believe I forgot this. Drive C. Cyber Baron is where I run the other one. You can see we run the same thing for Cyber Baron. Shit, where's it at? Where's it at? Cyber Baron running? Do I not have Cyber Baron running? I don't have Cyber Baron running? Hold on. I don't have Cyber Baron running? Oh, I had a graphics card update, which caused some Windows bugs, so I had to restart my computer. So I forgot to restart the bot that we created, so I have to run that real quick. Let me just run that real quick. CD Cyber Baron. We're using Node.js to run Cyber Baron. Cyber Baron. And you'll see that the bot will show up on Discord when it connects. There it is. Cyber Baron bot will run, and if you want to mess around with the bot, you can do that too. Go to bot spam and just type in !help, and he'll give you a bunch of commands and stuff that you can do. All right, that's Cyber Baron. Sorry, I should have had that running. Anyway, I have to find where is it RPG Maker MySQL? Okay, yeah, okay. CD MySQL. And then we need to change directory into MZ MMO server. Sorry, Vero, I could have used a different project for this. But then we need to run the server side JS file, which I named DG_6. Somebody recently posted how to do all this on the RPG Maker web forum, but I've had this going for a while now, so I figured this shit out on my own. All right, so so we have the database running, and we have the socket IO server running, which is going to send and receive stuff. And now we can launch the game if our plugins are up to date. They're not, but as long as there's no compatibility problems, it should still work. Do I have something else running? Ronin Idle is still running, so we can only have one play test running at a time. So we closed that other one. Oh god, oh god, oh god. You guys can't see, but well, maybe I can show you. Nope. All the plugins are out of date, but I can update them really quickly. I think all I did was put the files in the directory, and then I forgot to do this little section where I press Control A. Everything's selected. I right click and I say refresh. Hit apply, hit OK. Now it should launch. What? Doodad system has placed the plugins tier 4. Okay. I must have moved the plugin wrong, around in the wrong spot. What? Why is this even here? That was a mistake. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now if we try to connect to our MZMMO, I don't remember any passwords. Make a new account here. This is going to be called JDog. 12345 unbreakable password. Sorry, I mean T walked out. T, I don't know what the hell she's doing. Maybe she's checking on baby. Let me read the chat. In Fez, you can use any tile from any tile set on a single map. You have a visual way of mapping movement routes to Super Smash. That's cool. I'll have to check out Alliance Alive, Daniel Olsen. I don't really know. Haven't seen that game. The Chocobo Racing in 10 is garbage, Super Smash. I hated that you had to do that in order to get Titus's ultimate weapon. Chris Williams says 10 is just busy work. The entire game is mini games. You know, I used to really like the sphere grid system, but the more I keep going back to play it, the more I realize that it's also just busy work. It just takes a long time. It's really not that good when you really look at it. Hey, Coob. Unbreakable would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. You're right, down with the plan. So here's our guy. We're going to select a sprite. We'll take that style. Sure, we'll be named Drifty1. If the name's taken, then it won't let me, but I think the name wasn't taken. We'll just be the warrior. We've been set to freelancer. Character data is saving. So anytime you enter the tavern, it saves to the server. And you can like start this game on one computer and just load from another computer, and it'll load the data from the server. So it's like it's not stored on your own computer. So anyway, I think this is where we're going to be able to test the skills and action sequencing and stuff. What did I do? That's something. Obviously, there's a ton of bugs in the MMO that we're running. Well, let's look at some action sequencing. So that's an action sequence right there. This is a Dragon Bone sprite that jumped across, and the fact that it jumps across and does things, that's the action sequencing happening. So what do we have? Barrage at 100 TP, Mighty Strikes. And our basic attack jumps across the screen. And that's the one I sent you, Vero Claw. So the one I sent you will make your character jump across the screen and attack like that. The reason why this guy's attacking twice is because he has an additional attack. This map is randomly generated live. Like, it's using Aerosys's plugins for map generation, which we've done some tutorials on, some live streams and stuff. But anyway, Vero Claw, if you have any questions about action sequences, you could always ask them. What time is it? Oh, we gotta end the stream. Guys, thank you so much for coming to the live stream. Appreciate it very much. We didn't make the pink hair donation level. Let me just check one last time on any donations that I get from PayPal. Sometimes they don't all notify, so I'll log in and check it out. But thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. We did get a lot of support today. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. Love you guys very much. Like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter. We also have a Discord server. We'd love to have you come join us on Discord. Links in the description below. For the hair and the accordion, 572. Thank you so much.
We didn't quite make it to the hair.
But that's okay. I'm actually okay with this.
Drifty is breathing a sigh of relief. It's a good thing Corey didn't show up last minute, because the hair would have happened. Probably. We managed to raise $57.57. That's more than I even expected. Love you guys very much. Thank you so much.
He goes, F, I got distracted with my own tutorial and didn't make the donation. Don't worry, Veraclaw. There'll be plenty more days. There'll be plenty more days. You don't have to donate.
We just got to get Jeremy to come back and make more lovely promises like that.
Make promises on my behalf.
That's what brothers do.
We'll be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. T has a doctor's appointment, but she will be hanging out at the beginning for a few minutes.
Yep.
And then she'll go to have the vampires attack her.
Yeah, they always want to draw my blood.
They're like, hey, you're anemic. Let's take some of your blood.
Yeah, like 8 vials.
It's like, well, doesn't that mean you have a shortage of blood?
Yeah.
And not sure about the science behind this.
Yeah.
Anyway, love you guys very much. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Where's our musical outro though, Drifty?
Musical outro?
Yeah.
All right. Let's pause this. I need a new sample. Here, let me get another sample real quick. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. Please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. All right, I got a little sample on the other microphone. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. Please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. Please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.